So it's a different format here we wanted to test out. No PowerPoint, except for this intro slide, I guess. So we heard from Brian Jarutka at ComScore this morning about some good mobile data, including the fact that iPhone penetration is on the rise. But not only that, but the data consumed by iPhone users is about twice that of smartphone users and about 10x that of normal cell phone users. So I think that's something that really bodes well for mobile local search. And it's not really that the device is so sleek and cool, and I sleep next to it every night and kiss it goodnight. But it's more the kind of the open source development that Apple has really pioneered, and the kind of distributed third-party innovation that we've really seen thrive on the web. Is now we're getting closer to that in the mobile environment. There's still some barriers, but for the first time in a long time, third parties basically have an open door to really make some great applications. So these guys really represent, think of them as a sample group of some of this innovation that we're seeing. These are 4 great local applications that have been built, and we're going to have them each kind of walk through a demo of a consumer experience and give a few sample local searches so you can see what the kind of consumer experience is like for these devices, for these applications on the iPhone. So we're going to start with Samantha Niebrick, who is the Associate Director of iPhone products at AT&T Interactive, which, as I understand, is a newly named division within AT&T. So she's going to be demoing AT&T's or YellowPages.com's YP mobile application. So please welcome Samantha.
Thanks, everyone. As Mike said, my name is Samantha Niebrick, and I am the Associate Director of our iPhone products at YellowPages.com, or newly named AT&T Interactive. And today we'll be looking at the YellowPages.com application. We also have a web app that we launched last year as well. So there are 3 main things that we are trying to accomplish with version 1.0 of the YellowPages.com application, which is really allowing users to easily discover local businesses and local events, which we think is a natural fit together. Create plans based on those businesses and events that they found through the application, and then also share them with others via the application. And the iPhone platform allows us to easily do these things. There are 4 main tabs. Right now you're looking at the Businesses tab. We also partnered with a company called Zevents to get our local event information. And the My Plans tab really allows you to see past and upcoming plans that you have created through the application. And you can also save favorites and access your recent searches. So if you go to the Businesses tab, really we're looking right now at restaurants near San Francisco. And I can easily slide through and swipe through results. And we show 25 at a time. If you have more access to business results, you can easily append those to your listing. And there's really 3 main sorts that we have. You're seeing distance. We can also sort by popular, which really highlights, highly rated businesses within that sort set, and also anything that's been clicked on a lot by other mobile users. And of course, we also highlight our sponsored local advertisers at the top of lists as well. And if users want to search for something else, they can click on that magnifying glass and either change their search term or their location. And luckily, we can use current location very easily through the iPhone platform. And unfortunately, that won't work very well because I'm on a simulator. But this is very similar to what you've seen in Google Maps. So let's go back to our San Francisco results. And we're just going to look at La Colonial Restaurant. And here we're showing basically if we have ratings and reviews for the application for that business listing, we're going to show that here. You can get maps and directions to the address of the business by clicking on location. And you can also call the restaurant, make reservations. You can access the website for more information. And we're really showing, as much information to educate the consumer on whether or not they want to visit this business. So we show hours of operation, payment methods. And if we click on ratings and reviews, you can go and see that there's 5 reviews for this particular restaurant. I can drill down to the review detail and actually read that review. And we also have 3 main tools at the bottom of the application which allow you to search for nearby businesses to that restaurant. So if I want to go for coffee after I go to La Colonial, I can easily do that. You can also add these listings to your favorites, and you can add them to a new or existing plan. And I can also share this listing very easily with others. We'll go back to the local events tab. As I said before, we partner with Z-Events. We have listings sorted by popular. We also can sort by date to see the most upcoming events and anything that's newly added as well. And since I live in Los Angeles, let's go to change our location and see if there's any events coming up. And really, when we're talking about local events, it's anything from nationwide concert tours like Celine Dion, musicals like Spring Awakening. We also show things like sporting events and anything that's seasonal that's coming up in someone's local area. We even have something like Cheech and Chong apparently are performing recently, so if you're a fan, there's really something for everything, for everyone. And one of the parts of the application that we talked about before was really the plans aspect. And this is something that I want to show, and basically I've decided that I want to go to Spring Awakening with a couple of friends. I can easily add that to a plan within my application, and I can type a note. So I'll try to get some people to come to see this with me. Hit save. And here you see the location of the event. You can change the date and time here if you want through the time picker. You can add multiple locations. So for instance, if I wanted to go to an event and I also wanted to go to a restaurant nearby, I can do that with this plans platform. And we also integrate with the iPhone contacts. So if I want to add friends to this plan, I can easily access the friends that I have on my device. Or I can type them in as well. I'll add myself. So basically you have that content in your plan, you hit save, and now I see my plans include Spring Awakening, which is happening this week. And I look at my plan details, and I see what's going to happen. And if I hit that email icon, I now can just share this easily with my friends with a couple of clicks. And I cheated because I wasn't sure I'd have VPN access, but this is the example of the kind of email that you would get from either sharing a business listing, an event, or a plan. And it really integrates with our website as well. If you click on Maps and Directions, that's going to take you to yellowpages.com. If you click on the events website, that's where you're going to go and look at more information. And users can kind of update this as well. And really the kind of three main things that we were trying to accomplish with this application, I think that we've been able to see usage in that way. We've really seen people searching a lot from this one application. And about 30% of our searches at yellowpages.com on the mobile platform now come from the iPhone, which is really impressive for one phone and one carrier. And we're really, working on connecting users to businesses and using this as a social discovery tool, because not only are we finding that users are using the application within their phone and using the information that they find, they're also sharing it with others, which is great. And the iPhone platform allows us to easily do that.
Excellent. Any plans to sync some of the personalization features with similar kind of modules within the online brand to build stickiness around it? Or is innovation kind of flowing in that direction at all once you're finding out kind of a test bed of the iPhone usage?
No, definitely we're planning to sync everything that we're doing on the mobile platform with the online as well. And it's just kind of the iPhone platform's a easy test ground. We have a smaller set of users right now, and it's easier to go out and test these kind of features and see if they're really sticky or not, and then we can bring them online as well and have them synced.
Excellent. I'm sure the rest of you are finding similar dynamics with your experimentation. So with that, we'll move on to Tim Bredigan, who's VP of Business Development at Eventful, who's demoing the iPhone app, which is just branded as Eventful, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So just a little bit about Eventful. We maintain the world's largest collection of events. We have everything from things to do with your kids, things to do with pets, all the way up to what you'd expect to see, like music, concerts, sports. We send close to 50 million emails a month to update our users about what's going on. So we have 8 million registered users that regularly get those updates. Our goal is to help people discover, share, and create events. We have a feature called Eventful Demand that I'll show you on the iPhone application that allows you to kind of create an event or have an event happen that you might want to happen. Our iPhone strategy, or our mobile strategy in general, I should say, has been really partnering with developers. This is our first foray into actually having our own mobile application. So partners like Ulocate and Looped and Sprint Zone all license our data to use in their applications. Many of them have iPhone applications as well.